going, but the guys done a great job so far, so we're really looking forward to tomorrow.
You guys wrapped up this game in LA a few weeks ago. It seemed like there was a feeling of determination as the guys were coming off the field. Did that show up at all this week in the preparation, or just kind of a different level of intensity?
We really haven't talked about, coming out of the last game. I think, you don't really have much time to do it. You're kind of turning the page pretty quickly, but the guys know what we need to do, and they know how to do it. And I think it's the same feeling we have every week. Honestly, just trying to nail the process and doing what we're doing, and feel as prepared as we can going into the game.
Mike, how's Charles doing?
He's actually, I don't know. I don't have all the updates for you, but he's going to be out tomorrow. So I don't have a time frame for you. We're working through it.
I'm gonna ask something pretty similar. When you watch the last game you guys played against the Rams, with some time between now and then, anything stand out to you in reflecting on that first game?
I'd be disappointed in my answer. I mean, I kind of just, I think we just take it very black and white. Like, it's just, these are the plays that we ran. This is how we played, and this is what they did, and this is what they've done since, and this is what we've done since. And then you try to these are the guys that are available, and we got a different host of guys that are available on both sides. And so you try to make the best decision you can on how you anticipate things going and things that you want to protect or attack, or that sort of thing. It's kind of it's a 4-game sample since you played, which is a little bit it's when you play teams the second time, there's a different spectrum of like how long those games are in between. Sometimes, like when we play the Niners, it's gonna be a whole season's worth. It's hard to go off that tape, but there's a lot off that tape within 4 games that is probably probably relevant.
Josh. Will Josh start?
Yeah, Josh's going to start.
What's been your impression? What's been your impression of what Josh has provided for you when he's gotten opportunities?
Well, he's got most of his opportunities in preseason, and he did a great job filling in for Charles when he was going through his training camp stuff. So it's just like everything else. We've had guys that have had opportunities throughout the season, and this is no different. He's got a great opportunity. He's prepared. Go out there and play your tail off. Let's go roll. Same answer, same question.
Has he primarily been practicing at left tackle or also at right tackle over the?
Yeah, he's like a swing tackle right now, so he's practiced at both.
These short weeks always present major challenges, but do you kind of relish the opportunity to go up against somebody like Sean McVay in this type of situation that has been so good over the years about switching things up and being able to pull?
I feel like I'm going to get this question from now until we, hopefully for a long time. It's just, it's the same. Sean's especially good at what he does. He's one of the best to do it, and if not the best. But there's there's a lot of talented play callers and a lot of talented schemes and a lot of great players, and you see that every week. And so every week has its own host of challenges that you're trying to work through as a football team. So in that regard, it's the same thing. Now, they have a certain way of operating and how things that they play and how they build stuff and ways that they've attacked us in the past, and that's the lens that you have to. Maybe you don't have to, but that's the one that we choose to look through every time we go against the Rams.
We talked about the rain so much.
Sorry, Johnny,
Go ahead. Go.
I just got Julian. We saw Young play the 20 snaps before the ramped up last week. How are you seeing him kind of progress?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Just we're fortunate that we're in a situation where Ty can go in and play good football for us, and we can kind of go through that whole process. So we feel like Julian is 100%, which I feel like we're getting close to that. So, yeah.
I think
we can talk about the rain, but the wind, it's forecast overnight. What decisions, plans do you make game calling and game planning for that?
Yeah, it'll factor into some of the decisions that we make. Yeah,
What particular any area that's more?
some of them.
Robbie was a healthy scratch for you last week. What kind of went into that decision to go without him, and kind of where you kind of see him fit back this week if he does, and kind of all of that?
Yeah, last week we decided to go with 5 wideouts, and having a fullback wasn't a big part of our plan, and when it was, we felt like Brady could do that too. So that was the roster decision we made. It wasn't anything Robbie's done or anything. It's just what we felt was best for us, and it's just a week-to-week process decisions that we have to make. And unfortunately, sometimes you have really good players that aren't going to be grabbing their helmet, but it's a good problem to have. It means you have a lot of good players.
Is Derek Young ready to return?
Derek is ready to return if we decided to have him return.
Will Ooch play tomorrow?
Oots is ready to play tomorrow.
Focus always on the process, but your thoughts on just the magnitude of this game could potentially, first time Thursday Night Football game has featured 2 11-win teams. Thursday Night Football in front of the...
Look, I get it. It's y'all's job to put all the meaning behind it. It's our job to go play great football. So it's all good. I get it. It's exciting, but every game's exciting.
Try differently. What can you say about your team's commitment to the process to be able to get to this game here?
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the NFL, and my message to our team was, hey, we are really fortunate and blessed, and should feel really confident in the work that we've done up to this point to put ourselves in this position where we have a lot of great players that are ready to go. We trust each other. I feel like we're a connected team. I feel like we're a tough team, and so let's go do it. Let's go rip it. So that's where we're at.
I don't think we asked you about getting Eric Sauber re-signed for next year, but kind of getting that done and what he's
really excited to get Savi back. Man, just what an asset that he's been to our football team. Can kind of do everything on offense, which is great, and then he's been an asset on special teams as well, especially the way that special teams is going nowadays. Having body types like him is great, and then just the day-to-day stuff he's done, just as a teammate and a person in our organization, he's been phenomenal, and he's just a great person to have on your team. So I'm glad we got him locked up.
How rewarding is it to reward a player like that has bounced around so much the way he has now? He looks like he's gonna be able to play.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and it's funny because that's not in our calculus of like, okay, the guy's been on X amount of teams. He's been around for X amount of years. It's like, no, we're just going off of our experience with him since he walked in the door, and I think that's a great message to players that'll walk in here. It's like our goal is always the same. We want you to play your best football here. We want you to feel like you're the best version of yourself here, and it really doesn't matter what you've done before. It's just when you walk in the door, you're going to have that opportunity, no matter what your story is.
You guys have had the special teams player of the week 2 weeks in a row. Obviously, the individuals are in those what they did. Does that say something kind of broader about the way you guys are playing on teams this year?
Well, I think it speaks to just the character of our guys and the intent that they have, and Jay's done a phenomenal job of aligning that group and connecting them, and we got a lot of great special teams players too. I mean, the specialists obviously are doing great stuff. Rashid, taking back the touchdowns. I feel like every week it's kind of a different part of the of our special teams units of guys that are coming through and making plays for us.
Is the short week almost a plus, Mike, to playing fast so that you don't overthink it and just rely on what they've already done?
I think you could use it to your advantage. Yeah, like if you're decisive in how you want to operate and they're the right decisions, I think that'll help you. Sometimes you might be behind the 8 ball, but kicking the butt doesn't necessarily hurt you.
Jason's on pace to maybe challenge for the NFL record for field goals in the season. Is that a good thing?
Yes. Do we want more red zone touchdowns? Yes. Him scoring points for us, is that good? Yes.
The message written on the wall, on the stairwell there, the team, where did that come from?
Well, I mean, it's really from Bo Schembechler. It's also like stacking wins is really the thought behind it too. So, but we've actually kind of like not diverted from that, but it's really around like 12 is 1. The guys decided mob ties, which is awesome, but that's really what we're about, and that's where all the decisions come from. We might be making it. I mean, it's important. Like, it's always team first. Like, every decision we make is team first, and that's part of it. But That might be making a change soon.
It doesn't seem like you play the disrespect card very much or use that as motivation. Why?
If we did, then we would. To me, it would be inconsistent with our message to the team. You start making it about what other people think, and now you stop making it about what we do and how we operate. So I get it. Some people do it and they're good at it, and they come up with new stuff every week. I don't know where they get it from, but then then the tides turn. Like, how do how does that affect your message? Just you kind of go down that rabbit hole, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know how sustainable that is over time. So we choose to keep it about us.
Your leadership council, have you said that's a mix of veterans and some younger players as well?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Roughly how many guys are on that?
I think there's 10 guys. Don't hold me to that, but 10, 8, anywhere from, let's say 10.
Anything else?